A good Chodesh and a good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Hope everybody is doing well. Throughout the halachos of the Metzora, the individual afflicted with tsaras, we find that the central figure in this entire process is the Kohen. The pasuk tells us, Adam kiyeh be'orbis saros, eis osapachas o beheres. A person has some type of lesion on their body. V'huva el Aaron HaKohen. He doesn't go to the doctor. He goes to the Kohen, to Aaron or to his sons. And the centrality of the role of the Kohen is distilled by a Mishnah in Negayim. The third chapter of Mishnayos Negayim tells us as follows: A kol ksherim lerosis Negayim. Any person, any Jewish person, can look at a nega, at some type of lesion on the body, and determine whether it's tamei or tahor. However, the tuma v'ata'ara b'dei haKohen. But the actual declaration of whether or not the individual's lesion is really a tsaras or not, is it ha'is ha'sapachas or beheres, is it really tamei or tahor, pure or impure, that is only in the hands of the Kohen. To the extent, says the Mishnah, omrim lo amur tamei, we tell the Kohen, say tamei, v'hu omer tamei, and he says tamei. Amor tahor, v'hu amor tahor. We tell him, meaning what's going on here? Now what can happen? You have a Kohen who doesn't know the halachos, doesn't know the laws of tumah v'tahara, doesn't know the laws of tsaras. So what do? We bring a Talmid Chacham in, someone who really knows the halachos well. And this person looks and he says, yeah, this is tsaras. That individual, Talmid Chacham, he knows. But who makes the declaration? Not him. Only the Kohen can determine tahor or tamei. The question is why? What's it about the Kohen that makes him such a central figure in this process? Rav Chaim Malinowitz is a Talmid Chacham who used to live in the United States and now in Eretz Yisrael. He was actually the general editor of the Art Scroll Talmud. And I heard in his name the following beautiful idea. Tsaras is not a medically known lesion. It's not leprosy. It's a totally supernatural occurrence. And it serves as a direct message from Hashem to an individual Jewish man or woman. It's meant as a wake-up call, a type of rebuke, letting the individual know that it's time for him or her to make some type of change in their life. And as Hashem teaches us about how He delivers these types of messages to us, He's also sending us a message to all of us about how we're supposed to relate to those who are closest to us as well. Why does Hashem choose the Kohen as the central figure, the messenger for tsaras? Because who's the paradigm of kahuna? Aaron HaKohen. And what do we know about Aaron more than anything else? The Mishnah in Pirkei Avos tells us in the first parak, Mishnah Yud Beis, Mishnah 12, who was Aaron? Hillel Omer Have Tamidav Aaron HaKohen. We should all be like the students of Aaron. Ohev Shalom, Verodev Shalom, someone who loved peace and pursued peace. Ohev Esabrios, he loved other people. Umekarvin the Torah, and he brought them close to Torah. Aaron was famous not for how much Torah he taught, but for how he was able to forge relationships, loving relationships among the Jewish people. Aaron would go out of his way to settle disputes among friends, relatives, spouses. He was the paradigm of Ava because of the love he displayed for others and his desire to create Ava between others. And this was not only the persona of Aaron himself, but it's become a lasting legacy for all Kohanim for all time. When a Kohen prepares to offer the Birkas Kohanim, the bracha to the Jewish people, he makes the following bracha. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'kedushaso shel Aaron. You gave us, you sanctified us with the sanctity of Aaron HaKohen. Vitzivanu, and you commanded us, levarech es amo Yisrael, to bless your people Yisrael. How? Be'ahava, with love. It's no wonder then that as Hashem prepares to deliver a painful message to one of His children, to let them know that He'd like to see some improvement, He chooses one individual and one individual only to deliver that message. The person who represents Hashem's love for His people. And that's the Kohen. Because as painful as it must have been for an individual to hear to learn that he or she has saras, that Hashem was disappointed in them, when the message was conveyed in the context of how much love HaKadosh Baruch Hu has for that person, delivered by someone who is representative of that love, then the message could be accepted, it could be understood, and it could be acted upon. And this is why even if the Kohen isn't the greatest Talmid Chacham in the world, even if the Kohen doesn't know anything about the laws of tzaras at all, he is the one who declares this individual as tamei or as tahor. Hashem is adamant that a lesson of rebuke can only be delivered in the context of a much greater love. Rav Gershon Edelstein is considered one of the two leaders of the Haredi world in Eretz Yisrael. And this week somebody asked Rav Edelstein about the fact that so many children are at home, they're home from school, they're not going to shul, and they're not getting up in the morning. They're not davening on time, they're missing Zman Kriyas Shema. And they asked him, what should parents do? Should parents, force the kids to get out of bed? And Rav Edelstein gave a beautiful answer. He said, no, we should never force a child. And if we're going to encourage the children, he said, Rak b'darkei noam, Rak b'ahava. Only with kindness and only with love. He said if we model the proper behavior for our children, if they see that we daven, that we learn, that we mitzvos, that we enjoy it, and then we show them our love, then we can hope that they'll continue to make those same choices on their own. However, if we force them, if we make them feel guilty, then the message never gets through. Rak ba'ahava, said Rabbi Edelstein. Only with love. And this, of course, is not only a lesson in chinuch. It's a lesson in all of our relationships. When we show love, understanding, and appreciation for our spouse. When the general framework of our conversation is a word of appreciation, of understanding their experience, and of love, then we can handle any challenge together. May we all continue to find strength from the one who loves us so much and continue to shower love on each other. We should find the power to be the Kohanim of our homes and of our families. And may Hashem bless each of us with the ultimate bracha in our homes and our community in the world, the bracha of Shalom.